In every great movie, action movie, suspense movie, drama, there's always some moment where the main character, the hero, tells somebody else, "Trust me. You just got to trust me." And then they let go, or they jump, or they go this way, or they do the thing that they weren't sure of, and it works out. And so we see that trust is built on this understanding that somebody else knows what I don't know. And I become dependent on somebody else. I have to trust them. If I get to a crossroad and I know which way to go, and somebody says, "Hey, trust me, we got to go this way." I don't trust them, even if I go that way. I know that that's the right way. I've gone this way before. I don't need to trust anybody else. I'm dependent on myself in this situation. But to trust is to be dependent on somebody else. The question right now is, do I trust Jesus? Is it easier to say, or more difficult to say today, "Jesus, I trust in you," than it was a month ago? Maybe it seems more difficult. "Jesus, I trust in you." Maybe I'm not sure if I really mean that when I say it. But is Jesus' promise any less sure today than it was a month ago? Is Jesus' call to us in the scriptures to not be afraid any less important right now? When he says, "Don't worry about what you will eat or what you will wear," is that any less pertinent right now? Maybe if I had all those things taken care of, I wasn't afraid, I had all the food I needed and the clothing and nothing was a problem, then I really wasn't dependent on Jesus. I didn't need to trust him. I already knew what the right way to go was. I already knew how to get the things I needed. My bank account was secure. But now I don't have those answers. I don't have that surety. I don't have the self-reliance. And Jesus' words are still the same. Don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Do we trust Jesus? Do we trust Jesus right now? And what are we trusting exactly? We're trusting that Jesus has a plan. We're trusting that Jesus cares for us, that he loves us. We're trusting that Jesus brings good out of evil. We're trusting that he is merciful and kind. He never promised, "I will take away every pandemic that comes your way." He never promised that "I will heal everyone who gets sick of coronavirus." But he does promise, "I will be with you always." Can you trust him in that? If we didn't need to trust him, if we already knew the way to go, our trust would mean nothing. That prayer would mean nothing. But in this time of confusion, of darkness, of uncertainty, it has plenty of meaning. It's hard to say, "Jesus, I trust in you." But Jesus' promise didn't change. And sometimes he uses instances like this to help us to see the reality of what he's speaking. So many times in the scriptures, Jesus makes a promise, and the promise was interpreted perhaps in a temporal sort of way. The Old Testament too. There's various promises of, progeny, and there's promises of wealth and prosperity. And what God was really doing was saying, no, I'm going to provide for you in a more important way, in a spiritual way, in a heavenly way. And we might say, well, I don't want that, Jesus. I want you to heal me. I want you to take away the coronavirus. But that's not the most important thing. Jesus was always talking about the kingdom, and everyone was saying, oh, when is it? Where is it? And he says, no, the kingdom is something even greater. I'm talking about the heavenly kingdom. That's what I want you to be eager for. That's what I want you to prepare for. The Lord is preparing us for something more amazing than we can possibly imagine. And the only qualification, the only thing we need to do is to trust him. And then do what he says. Just like in the movie. When they're on that building and the hero says, you got to let go, trust me. Well, if you really trust him, you're going to let go. And I think that's what the Lord is asking us to do right now. Jesus, I trust in you.